It's another when you live and work together.
Yeah.
And you know, that kind of relationship you would think would be kind of tedious at times. I mean, not everybody gets along all the time. It's just a fact of life. And I'm wondering, have you ever found yourself in that situation where maybe there was just a little bit of a spat, but then you have to go out there and stare at each other adoringly and sing to each other?
Well, it does happen, you know. I mean, no two people do good. I mean, there's no perfect relationship. But and Sean and I fight just as much as everybody else, and probably a little more intense than a lot of people. But I think the music actually suits that problem, you know. I mean, usually when you have a fight, it takes a little bit of time to cool off of it, and we don't have that luxury. So we have to get over it really quick, and then when we go out and do a show, we're singing all these songs, and music kind of brings us back to zero. So it's kind of off stage. It's really it's like an evening thing. it works. I mean, I don't know why it works, but yeah, it's we both feel really lucky to be able to do this and get along doing it. You know, it's another thing to do it and get along, and it's another thing to do it and hate each other. So you know.
Yeah, you'll never remember this. I certainly do. Because I'm not particularly memorable, but the first time we talked, you guys basically were bartenders, and a year later, you've got a #1 song, and you've given us another smash right on top of that. And like I told you before we started,
like the way you talk.
Before we started, Carl said that in sling right. But it's wonderful to see talent emerge like this quickly. And I know you both paid your dues and worked really hard to get there when you met and all of that kind of thing, but you've got good songs and you've got things. I told you when we sat down, there's no way a living, breathing human being can listen to Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not and not sing along with it. It's just impossible.
Well, we did the first time we heard it, you know, we just loved that song.
And we thank Daily Murphy and Jim Collins every day for writing it.
Maybe not every day, but most days.
Without that song, yeah.
But yeah, we tried to hand-pick everything on the album with that same kind of intensity and try to make the best record we could. And we're very, very proud of it. And it's weird. I mean, the feeling from bartending, which we had fun doing that, but the feeling from working for 13 years hard in Nashville and almost giving up. I mean, literally giving up.
How close were you?
We were months away from calling a tap. We were in the garage. We were talking about it. I don't know why we were in the garage.
He was smoking.
I was stressed out. I was in there and I had a big old stogie and I was just like burning it down and she was like, I'm done. I'm done. Whoa. And I said, wait a minute. I said, something's got to give, you know. I said, can you give me one more year? We've been saying that for 10 years. I said, this is the last time I'll ask you this. You give me one more year if we don't have something going on. And then a couple months later we had our deal and then we found Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not? And
you just let us in on a private moment, a conversation between the two of you. I'm going to ask you to do that one more time.
All right.
What did you say to each other in the privacy of your own home or on your bus or wherever you were when you heard that you had not one but 2 CMA nominations for Best New Group and Best Local Tour?
Well, we were in front of everybody, and we announced the nominees at the Ryman just after Jake and the Vampire announced them on Good Morning America, so we didn't really have a chance immediately to
make out. Yeah, it wouldn't have been really inappropriate.
No, I mean when you walked away and you're out of the spotlight, what did you do? What did you say?
We just, I mean, it's like the only way I can describe this whole process of last year, it's like a slow drip into a bucket. And like every little thing, I mean, it's just one little dream after the other dripping into this bucket of reality that we've never been able to achieve before. I did a happy dance.
We walked into the dressing room and just kind of stared at each other.
What does that happy dance look like?
It's pretty cool.
Can you show me?
Little Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah, let's get a little video.
Yeah,
oh, I like that.
That's the dance. I've been doing that for years.
That'll be on Jib Jab.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was looking over at him to maybe get a little kiss or something. I guess I said, should have said, "Are you gonna kiss me?" or not? But
that would have been a really good time.
Yeah. He was doing his happy dance, and I was just staring at him like, "Okay, are you doing?"
Well, we were there at a professional state, you know, announcing the nominees and stuff, and we just it was just, we didn't expect it. You know, we were going to read them, and that was going to be it. You know, and we certainly didn't expect to. And when Jake read that, we like freaked out and we kind of stared at each other. And then, you know, later on, we were just, can you believe? We say that a lot. Can you believe this is happening?
Yes, that's what
Can
we
you
say
believe
all
this
the
is
time.
happening? We say that all the time, and that was one of those moments where we're just like, we're in the dressing room alone. We're just like, you know, we just gave each other a big hug, just like, I cannot believe that it was here.
Aren't you glad you stuck with it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who was right? This guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, he left out the story where I pulled him through.
No, I mean, yeah,
Weeks before that.
it definitely took two of us. I mean, there were some walls that I hit too. You know, you just have to be there for each other. And Sean was there for me too. So it's we're glad we stuck it out. And it's a wonderful thing now.
And this is a big tour that you're on. It's no secret that Jason Aldean is drawing fans like, you know, skeeters to a Bud Light, and is just rocking the world right now. And you get to play in front of a lot of really big crowds.
Yeah.
Honestly, what does that do for an artist?
It gives you just a lot of confidence. It validates kind of what you've been working for all these years, you know. And to be out in front of the crowd, what really validates it is because of people like you. They're singing our songs back to us, and that's the most rewarding thing that I could ever think of an artist ever wanting. And you know, when they're screaming, you know, "Kiss Me or Not Back," now they're singing "I Got You Back," and they're singing stuff off the album that no one's heard, and that's just it's amazing. You know, the crowds are so energetic, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I remember at the B93 birthday bash, I was wondering if you weren't just going to walk off stage because everybody else was singing so loud you could barely be heard.
It was fun. I love that.
I was gonna say, I think the B93 bash was probably the biggest crowd we've seen from them.
That was somewhere between 60 and 80,000.
Yeah, it was definitely the loudest, I
You
think.
guys definitely know how to throw a party for sure.
Do you have any particular memories of the event? Because all these shows, it seems to me, would just kind of run together.
I don't have a vivid memory of any day in particular in the last 2 years. I honestly don't. I've actually had to start. I've had to force myself to keep a journal because I mean, you don't. I mean, you wake up, you work out, you eat, you go do sound check, you do the show, you get back in your boat, you play a little, 3-4 hours of Call of Duty, you go to bed, and then you wake up and do it all over again the next day in a different city, and they do definitely run together, and it's hard to remember. It's hard to stop and just say, man, soak this in, because it might not happen again. And so I started journaling and keeping thoughts and how I felt at certain points.
How are you feeling about songs that are coming? Do you have a particular feeling on where you're going to go and what you're going to do? And you say, after I Got You?
Our next song is definitely going to be different from the other two.
It's going to be
It's
quiet.
a little more serious.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a departure from the funness. But we want to show everybody the different sides of us, and the albums are very diverse, and we, I think it's time to we'll hear a little bit more of Sean's voice, and so you're gonna get a little taste of that in the next one.
Yeah, we're anxious. You guys have always made yourself so accessible and have been so kind to us. We're very grateful for our relationship with Thompson Square and appreciate your talent very much, and for coming up here to this little shack that
This is neat.
Rockford Construction built for me up here on top of Michigan Kenworth. You know why we're here, and obviously no children right now. That might kind of throw a monkey wrench in the career plans, but I'm sure someday you probably have that desire, huh?
You thought about renting?
Renting?
Yeah, this is our first time in a genie lift. Is that a genie lift? Is that what it's called?
Cherry picker.
Cherry picker? Sorry.
Who was the bigger chicken?
I was good.
I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie.
This reminds me of my treehouse when I was a kid.
Dang, that just cost me $10. We figured Kiefer would be the chicken.
Ah.
You'd be out there screaming like a little girl, "Put me down!" Well, it's a pleasure to have you guys here.
Thanks
for
for
visiting
thank
and
you.
giving us a chance to get to know you on the air.
You got it, man.
We appreciate it. And, oh my gosh, thousands are so looking forward to tonight. You're going to have quite a crowd at the Allegheny County Fair tonight.
It's going to be fun. It's really cool what you guys are doing up here, too, man. It's amazing.
We appreciate your support for it.
You got it, man.
Hey, let's enjoy Thompson Square. I Got You on Michigan's Country B93.